Are you getting really bad this year? How?
Buzzed me just one too many times.
Yeah. I gotta eat alive every day this year. Students work hard and I got home just
Who's job for next start?
So what's the wait for producing that excavation project?
Oh, I thought they were doing that too.
No. But as soon as that's done, then, I think they've got quite a big capacity. No, I'm kind of like, more of a third party to that, because you're basically working with them, and I'm just paying attention, so I'm not
All right. Hi, Mike. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, everybody. This is the time set for convening the session. I'm going to start by pledging allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah. I just, okay. Did you say you went? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the time set. We normally hear from Road and Bridge Supervisor Paul. Good morning, Paul. What do you got for us?
Just action's about done. I'll be down at Georgetown Lake today. Finding we hope.
Great. I just talked to a guy in the lobby, said thank you very much. Tell your crews thanks.
Got a little bit left in the lower valley, but not much.
Okay.
And just blading, and we'll try and get that road project out to bid next week.
Okay. You're talking about the Mullen Road project by Metzer's?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever get the locator back on it?
Not yet.
What you were waiting for?
Right.
Okay.
Still waiting. He may be there today. Actually, he wasn't there yesterday, but he might be there today.
Great. Okay.
Other than that, just normal.
So that's that hill they want to cut off and rebuild at Metzer's on Mullen Road. Okay. Any other thoughts? You got
Talked to a couple of people, they're talking different ways, so I guess I just give everybody out and organize them.
Yeah, we can't really do until we know exactly where all the wire and lines.
Well, that road's
If the gas runs through there, whatever the hell, until we know exactly where that stuff is.
And that road's moved a couple times, so I'll make sure.
That'll tell us what we can do and what we can't find that out.
Yeah, sure.
If we can't cut it off, you know, then you just got a big.
You just gotta hit it with the blade in quick.
Yeah. It was like all a rock or two in there.
Same as Bear Mountain.
Yeah. We'll wind up, we'll have to haul probably 4 belly up those material, I would say.
Down at Bear Mountain,
Yeah.
it's all down in that ditch.
It's in.
So we've been getting a lot of complaints from the lower 3 miles of Rock Brook Road. You and I talked about some of them, which is Missoula County. And did you guys mark when you went up and did our section?
Yeah.
Yeah. I called the Missoula, for the Mike, I called the Missoula County Commissioners last Friday and left a message that, you know, we're catching hell from our residents about their road. We'd like to have some attention to it. It's actually the point where it's dangerous because the potholes are so deep they're crossing over again on the wrong side of the road. And I informed them of that. And I did write down, I wrote down the lady that I talked to.
They never call back.
They never call back.
Well, there was a response, an email response should be in your pack
Okay, good, awesome.
from this.
They actually called back. So, I mean, I think we need to document our conversations with the Missoula County Commissioners, because if they're not gonna respond and somebody crashes, you know, I don't want liability for this county, I mean, it's a bad deal. The roads in bad shape, they're not kidding. So, we're gonna talk to Forest Service here in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so just before you do that, we have it on the agenda, is it next week, Mike, to talk to the people about the solid waste animal disposal?
The guy wants to know what day he would like to meet him down there and look it over.
Okay, we'll have to coordinate with Paul then.
It'd be kinda nice to get it done this week.
Yeah.
If we
can
can
look at
meet
this
him later this week or something.
Yeah.
Cause, I had 3 more calls yesterday on that.
It just isn't eating them up for some reason, it stinks. And I mean, I think we're at the position where we need to coordinate with the town a little bit and say, do you really want to run the rendering plant there? Or rendering operation there? Because Paul has done everything the way they're supposed to do it, his people have, and it still stinks.
Cause I had like Todd Bickler, Diana Rainey, Mary Henderson, and a couple others that all called and.
Can you
It
set
was-
that up for this week, where we can meet them?
Sure.
Then we put it on the agenda for the next week and we'll
Well,
report.
then we have something to go on.
I agree. Okay with you, Paul?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I just don't know what to do, I guess it's to the point where is it really,
I think Brad just want to move it out into their field.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal for the ranchers, but they can come in and talk to us about it. I don't think it's, it's got to the point where it's not tolerable for the people.
well, it's constant, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
And you go back through the old minutes.
I wouldn't want to sell a house down there.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know how you get away with that now, and talking about that one for God.
So is that the plan? We'll meet this week and then put it on the agenda for next week?
Yeah, we can get him to come, that's fine with me.
Okay. So do we wanna go ahead with Forest Service?
He's got something else here.
Okay, sorry.
This will be for Chad, this had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
Never mind. So for
Okay.
Chad, they sent pictures of that guy down in your, yeah, this is for Chad.
Good. So do you wanna have the Forest Service guys? Hi, good to see you. Hi, Wade.
Good.
Good, come on up. Oh, hey, good to see you. The boss, you know.
Morning.
How you doing?
Never better. How are you?
Good. Well, sounds like you got some really good progress made, at least paperwork shuffle, is mostly done.
Well, that's good.
Game.
Yeah, that was the first step.
Okay.
The agreement Melanie signed, she emailed it to Mike, so
Okay.
you guys should have a fully executed copy
Did
of
you
that.
get a copy, a good copy? Okay. Because it's pretty detailed, it's good. Good job, you guys.
And we got Blaine's email with 2 contracts, so I guess you guys are gonna do something with that today.
Yeah.
That look all right? Yeah. All right, okay, all right.
Okay, so, we'll execute the contractors' copies today and move ahead. Do you need, Blaine will get your copies of those, right? Okay. You know, what? Hey, listen, good communications, man, that's all we need. Let's talk to each other. We don't wanna fight about it, we wanna fix it. Right?
On the culverts, true north is 45,905. Steel acceptor is 45,485. With that's the difference. But with theirs, they'll deliver them wherever we want them. I told them, 15 miles or roughly out of keeper, like we were talking.
Well, and I think that might,
Yeah,
that
And if
might
you change,
change.
that's fine too.
yeah. I convinced Cam, we'll go ahead and put them in the lower part of the compound there. That way we can handle it and get them out there. When we need them, I got the road crew here to take them
Shop
out every
through,
morning.
right.
Yep, so, it should be pretty smooth operation, and we won't have to worry about any of them rolling off the mountain or disappearing, things like that.
So True North is the Butte company, is that correct?
Yeah, well, they're building down in Missoula.
Okay.
And
And who was the other one?
steel, et cetera, they're on Great Falls. And, but they're $420 cheaper, but that's, the delivery's included. And they got quite a few in stock, and they could actually have some here tomorrow. If that's what we want to do.
Well, we don't wanna go to Missoula, if they'll bring them.
Yeah, they'll,
Holy smokes, yeah.
and that's in the price. So it seems like that'd be the thing to do.
Yeah, if they got them in stock, I mean, as long as we get the right parts, and like even if you have.
No, it's strictly off your spec sheet, so.
Yeah.
It's
Same
the same
gauge.
material, it's in
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
I just
That's it.
emailed them,
Punch the order.
There you go, right.
Push the button.
Yeah, $400.
right,
It's kind of insignificant on the
Well,
size of the
but,
project.
yeah, but the delivery had to be cheap.
right, but they're 400 cheaper besides.
Yeah, yes.
And it's just right off your spec sheet, same sheet like both companies.
Okay, I would say
Should be no
push,
mystery in it.
Yeah.
push the button and get it delivered into our boneyard,
Okay,
and just communicate with us when they're coming in. Because
Okay.
we have a tractor and a forklift.
all right.
That'd be right.
Make sure someone's there now.
So to make sure you know who's coming and who's getting them. Keep these contractors in order.
Right.
That's
I'll let you know.
totally not
I'll
up
talk
to
to
you.
them today and I'll let you know when they're gonna be here.
Okay, yeah,
I'll just have somebody, you guys will have somebody out over. All right.
yeah.
I just, the only thing that I was worried about, Kevin, I was gonna call and talk to you, that I got your message yesterday, but anyway, it was just that we wanna make sure that if a contractor is gonna be us, they should talk to these guys. You know, let's not have meetings with them, because then they get saying there's already, you know, that's.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the downside, we try to get a little bit. I agree with Scott, I think if they wanna have a conversation, it's divide and conquer time, like, why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that? I'm talking to Paul, or if you guys wanna get together and talk. Because
Very much
you
good.
don't know these guys, and they're gonna try to say, well, there was something wrong, no, it was advertised, no, we picked the contractors based on what their bids were, and if, you know, if they all of a sudden have a second thoughts, they didn't, you know, they can have a conversation with Paul, have a nice day.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the problem with local. You know, the good thing is we want to hire local, the bad thing is it's like a what-if game after they didn't get the contract when their neighbor did, so. Yeah, you got that, so, once again, good communication, just focus with Paul, and he knows all these people. And he is the one who taught them, and said, hey, please come and bid.
That way we don't get 3 or 4 of us saying stuff. And
Right.
he said, and she said, you know, so.
Okay.
And I promise they come to me, I'm gonna go, here's Paul.
Right.
He's good at that.
I give out more of his cards than he does.
Right. I might have to get
I don't know if you was-
Other than that, I think we're pretty well good to go on it.
Yeah.
So when do you think we're gonna actually start on the ground?
Today,
Okay.
both guys should be, when we leave here, they should be sitting at the shop ready for old white gloves inspection.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then about we just move them right out.
Just
Put
get
them
an
wherever we want to go.
on-site pre.
Oh, yeah, I've got the, regular inspection sheet with me, actually, carbon copies for you or whatever, however you ever want.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I told them both that, I mean, they're ready to go to work as soon as
We
you see
can
them
take
clean.
them right up there, yeah. we will. Ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what we should do is maybe sit down with the media at some point and do this is what we're doing, you know? Maybe you and Paul,
Sure.
well, okay. Are you gonna do a story, you gonna put together something for them?
I'll see.
Here's the deal, if we don't, if we let them do it, it's not gonna be accurate. I think it's a good thing if we could, you know, it's a good collaborative thing with the Forest Service. Why don't we do the damn thing and then we know what's happening?
You mean write the article?
Sure, say here it is. Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
I think,
This is what we're doing.
yeah,
If they wanna come back and ask questions, they'll do that too, but that's fine.
we could put together maybe a white sheet or something.
There you go.
I don't mind having Tom come to the office.
Well, I don't either, but if we don't say, this is what we're doing, and we're informing the public. it's not gonna happen. And same thing there, what they do is they call around and get 3 different opinions.
Right.
But we don't need that, we, you know,
I'll send it right to my supervisor.
you're doing well. Yeah, all right.
Let her handle it, and that's fine.
Just kidding.
He'll do
How about I handle that?
All right, that'd be great.
I'll call Tom.
Just something that'll be accurate, that's all I care about.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah. Everybody, good job.
Get this kicked off.
Excited to get going on this.
Yeah, me too. Today's the 23rd.
I know.
You're 23 days
That's the
late.
way we
That's
promoted
fine.
2 weeks ago.
So
All
do we
of
need to
that
make a
number, I don't
motion
get it.
or anything on that, or we?
To move with the 2 contractors. Oh, we do.
The 45, 40.
That's this afternoon. At 2:30, we'll make a motion regarding the contract.
Here.
That's just what was on the agenda. It's gonna
We can start.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you gotta get them inspected, and have every meeting, just make sure that they know what's going on.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thanks.
You, not with us. Good job, you guys.
So we'll come back next Tuesday,
Okay,
because we'll have about a week of work in.
okay.
And then maybe I'll just keep coming, or Sarah, or whatever.
Okay. So is there a question from the public? Elaine?
Thank you. Elena Gagliano, Phillipsburg. For the public, can you tell us who these guys are?
Sure, so maybe that's appropriate for the public. We've had several meetings, public meetings. This is kind of the culmination of a project that was brought to us by the Forest Service. The 2 fires, they have a lot of lumber that is viable. They could get it out this year. If they can't get it out this year, it probably won't be this winter. We had a contract that existed with the Forest Service on roads for them to go out and, you know, do this thing. Cameron tells us to be 24 months or longer. And so in other words, the timber would be no good by the time they got contracts to build the roads to the timber. So we're collaborating with the Forest Service using the existing contract that we have on roads. And Wade and Supervisor Alt are running this project through local contractors that we've hired. Are gonna hire this afternoon, I guess. And they're gonna rebuild the roads to the areas to be logged, culverts, the whole deal, so they can let a bid go to, and we're talking about, what, somewhere north of 15 million board feet, which is huge to this community and the surrounding counties and mill, trucking, fuel, my God, I can't even imagine all this stuff. So it's a pretty exciting collaboration. We think it's the right thing to do. We think it's good public policy to work with the Forest Service and get this thing done so this winter they can actually get that timber out.
Well, thank you for that background. All I want to know is the names of
No, it's
these
not
3
just for you, for
people.
everybody. Yeah.
The names of these 3
Yeah.
people?
So I'm Cameron Razor, I'm the district ranger.
Thank you.
Pitt the Ranger District.
I'm Wade Jerome.
Thank you.
I'm detailed in work with this.
And Sarah Rouse.
I'm sorry?
Sarah Rouse.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Wade's kind of the Forest Service project foreman. He's a civil engineering technician. And then she's kind of working with Wade. She's supervising Wade. And he's the mastermind of the project. And she's just making sure it goes smooth.
Okay. Thank you.
Good thing for the community, we hope. We're looking forward to.
And you say collaboration. There was no coordination process, was there? Yes or no? apparently not. Thank you.
There's a contract, so there's,
We've had that contract.
Yeah, but there was no coordinate, for the record, there was no coordination process. Thank you.
Okay, so, you guys have anything else? Okay. Okay, I appreciate you being here on the first, so rather good.
Oh, one other thing,
Yeah,
excuse me, Matt Young is here to speak with Mr. Alt.
Oh, he ain't leaving.
No,
Well, he was getting up.
He was shaking.
I see.
You're welcome.
It should be. Okay.
you're. So Matt, did you have something?
Yeah, you guys asked me to come in and talk
Yep.
about my road.
Yep.
Do I just come up here, or where do you want me to
Sure,
go?
wherever you want to.
Pull up the chair, or what's the
Yep,
best way to
that's
do it?
fine.
Okay.
Hi Matt,
Hi,
Scott.
Scott, Matt Young, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you finally.
Yes, sir, I think they do.
Plain branch on.
What else?
Plain branch on County Attorney.
And Paul.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the road that I live on at Burt Weaver Road, Codover Road, also known as, I guess, Codover Road. Just curious if there is anything we can do for the maintaining of the road. So brain maintenance on here is, what do we do? Is there anything that can be done, and what are my options? I just don't know what my options are.
One of your options is not to hire a private contractor,
Okay,
which you did.
okay,
Yeah, you can't do that.
okay.
Okay, county road supervisor, that's a right of way, belongs to the county and controlled by the county. And, you know, you're more than welcome to talk to Paul anytime you want to about issues on the road. But the status of that road is a non-maintained county road.
How do I get it to a maintained status?
That's a good question. It's a decision of the commission and whether or not we can afford it.
Okay, because there's a lot of other roads in the county that have less residents than where I'm at, a lot further, that are maintained.
And there's a lot of non-maintained roads in the county as well.
That is accurate. I was
That's
asking.
private.
The first part is that Bill's, Skinners.
And they would have to just,
Sign over.
they would have to say that, yeah, we can make that a public road, Skinners, and they're not gonna do that, I wouldn't think, I don't know.
I don't know, I can ask.
Do you
I didn't hurt to
get
ask.
what he's getting at?
Yep.
Part of that road isn't a county road. It's private, owned by Skinner Ranch. And
So
that's
then
unique.
what access is fully public then?
There's
Going over the
a,
bounty.
Do I know?
Going over the bounty.
Going over the bounty, that is the public access into there.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so like from the cattle guard through that field, that's
Yeah.
gotta be where it's at. We had to look at this survey, but that's gotta be.
Because there's a lot of traffic that goes through there. I
Sure.
mean, a ton
Always
There
has.
of traffic. The public uses that road a lot.
So
So
whether there's a prescriptive easement or not there, the county will stay out of that argument, but that's potentially, you know, that could be an argument you make, but.
yeah, I mean, this last fall, I even thought about just documenting how many vehicles come through, just so you guys had records, but it sounds like everyone here is well aware of how much that road is used.
Oh,
It's used a ton.
There's no doubt about it.
Well-
The problem with the road is, the minute it can be perfect, and the minute it rains, just like the poison patch, it just goes south.
Well, maybe there's a solution we can provide. Maybe there's a sign or something we can put up that only residents or something like that. I don't know what my options are, but I have the luxury of working from home. So when it rains, I just stay home. I don't, if I have to get out, I go to the bounty, because the bounty isn't,
No, it's a little stronger road.
yeah, it's a stronger road, so I just go to the bounty. If I have to get out, but most times I have the luxury, I can work from home.
I don't know how that'd work if you start putting up signs saying, you know, you travel it, do this, you know, when it's not raining. I think we're gonna.
I'm just-
That wouldn't be an issue for the county though to get involved with.
I'm just trying to present solutions. I don't want to come here without some type of solution. That's not very fair. So if you guys have some better solutions, I'm open to that. So.
Well, you know, it's not unique to the county to have a non-maintained road where people move in.
Yeah.
I don't know what your realtor told you, but
I
I
have a
can
meeting with him
imagine.
later on today.
I
to
can
talk about that.
imagine. It's too easy to call up here. We're always willing to help you find out, you know, what the status of the road is before the ground's purchased. Nobody ever does. But then all of a sudden they come in and say, oh, well, let's rebuild this road at $250,000 a mile. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, you move to the Wild West, it's not downtown Missoula. There are certain things here that we just don't do, okay?
Okay.
And you may be in one of those positions. And our position would be to normally help you out everywhere we can, but we've got a private landowner in there that we don't control, that's his.
Okay.
And I talked to him last week, and he was not happy about the mess that was made up there, and Paul didn't go try to clean it up.
See, that wasn't what I got, because I had talked to one of my contacts in the area, and he said that it was fine.
No, it wasn't, because I was there, it wasn't fun.
Okay.
There were big piles that looked like grass, but also had mud.
No, I agree with that.
It was a mess, and
The
they were
road
out
was a mess.
they were out in the field, you got out in the field a little bit, and the landowner was pissed. All that aside, we're not doing that again, and we're not done dealing with you either. What we're gonna do is whatever the fix was, there's a cost to it, and you may get a bill. It's up to the commission. There are 3 commissioners here that will make that decision, and not me. But the contractor may get part of it, and you may get the other part for cleaning that mess up. Because you don't get on a public, road, or even worse, a private road, and start making,
So was the county road portion that was damaged, or both?
Both.
Okay. So
But mostly the private road is where the issue is.
So the county would probably just it'd be the county side of the issue
Well, not
versus
because we do the maintenance through Skinners.
all there's
And when we
agreement there?
blade through there, we have something with them.
Okay,
So
okay,
we got-
all right.
You guys blade
Okay.
through Skinners, 2 Skinners.
We have.
Yeah, I've never seen, yeah, that's not accurate.
Well, a couple
Yeah,
times a
it's-
year, it is that.
We did it this year.
Why would you say that?
Jim,
After I called and left messages, that is correct. You guys came out there and bladed that. That is
You're
accurate.
not the
But
priority of a road. There's
you've only
other
been there
roads
a
that-
short period of time.
I've been there for 2 years, and I'm not from California that's moved up.
And
Let's just make that straight, all right?
Okay,
He
what I'm
didn't
saying-
say that.
I'm not from
Calm down a
Colorado or
little bit,
California
okay?
that's moved in.
I didn't say,
Okay.
I didn't use the word California.
Yeah, but you're like we talked on the phone, you're treating me like I'm some city kid that came in here and doesn't really, just has this huge expectation. That's not my intent. My intent is just what are my solutions? I've called here on the phone, and I believe that it was you I talked to about
Yeah, we
this.
talked to.
And honestly, that conversation was horrible. You pretty much told me, and we hung up the phone on, you chose to live out there, this is your responsibility, take care of it. Hung up.
It is. I don't know what
Well, why not,
what
as a
you're
commissioner,
looking for.
present me some solutions? Hey, I understand the situation you're in. Here are some potential solutions for you to
Well, okay.
pursue.
What is this? I mean, you're looking for something, what are
That
you
we
looking
can't
for?
do.
I don't understand where you're going.
Looking for something to what, sorry?
Like you keep saying solution. There's not really a solution
Well-
because it's just a second.
Okay.
It's a non-maintained road. And in order, if we took it over, we can't even take care of the roads we got.
Okay.
I mean, I keep hearing you're saying solution. It's been like that. I've lived here my whole life. I've seen it good and I've seen it bad. I don't know what you would really do with that road. The county does not have the money, and I don't think the landowner has the money, or will put the money in the gravel. That's,
I wouldn't expect him to, but you mentioned that this
you know what
county.
I'm saying.
Right, but that right there is a nice response. I would have appreciated something along the lines of trying to understand what I need to do or what my
I'm
options are. It
not
sounds like.
bashing, yeah, I wasn't in on that.
No, I
conversation. I'm just
didn't
saying.
imply you are. I'm just trying to understand the situation.
Well, your
That's
shortest
all I've
route-
tried to do.
Your shortest route out is over the boundary, because that is a maintained road.
Okay.
What are your options
Where
today?
that road hooks onto the boundary, we maintain that road.
Not the cutover to
Not
the
the
boundary,
cutover.
or
But
not
that's by
the.
far the shortest, rather than going all the way down through the grain fields,
Well,
Right.
you can remember when we were, you couldn't even get through there. I mean, I tell you the truth, I don't, and your options of going out the other way, at least you're,
Then
got an
snow's a
idea
problem,
you're
too.
gonna have 2 guys plowing over there, Granite County and Powell, because they plow too when they get there. But I mean, this other way, shit, they might not touch it forever, you know, just because we got so many bus routes and other roads that we have to.
So then, the bus routes is a good thing, so then what do I do when, my kids don't want to go to school?
They end up
In
doing
2 years.
just like Benders and them, they haul them down to right down to the bridge. Down to Bo Amiangelo's right there, that bridge there.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a Gold Creek bus came in there and picked them up.
Okay. So that road isn't maintained all the way up then?
It
Or it is.
usually
It is, but the school bus doesn't go up.
Doesn't go up that high?
The school bus never goes just to the bridge and turns around.
Okay. Okay.
But see, most of the kids, they were just, when the people moved in there, they were old enough, they drove. Their kids did, so.
Okay.
Would
It's
you
not-
guys be willing to work with him if he had a licensed contractor in there and do that, or you not want any private?
Well, we would, but we've got a private owner that owns the.
Yeah, you'd have to get that, if he got an agreement with them.
I'd have to talk to Skinner.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as the county side, if he could work out an agreement with
Well, yeah,
Skinner.
we've done that before, I just gotta
Sure.
figure out what we're gonna do, but I think the main thing comes back, we should have talked about this before anything happened.
I attempted to talk about this multiple times. I called Paul, I don't know how many times. I called here multiple times. I mean, I felt I did more than my due diligence to
We
try to
just,
talk
we
to
just kind of
somebody.
blade it every time it rains. It's not-
I don't disagree with that. I absolutely
And I get the
agree
traffic,
with that.
and you're not gonna stop the traffic.
Well, no, and then the Fish and Games put up, you know, they pretty much, one of these days, they need to stand up and pay for what they do.
Yeah, that's,
Fish and
I
Game-
agree. I
The
couldn't
Fish
agree
and
more.
Game proposes all these hunts, and these hunts are going till, they start in August and they quit in February, March.
Yep.
See, that's
Well,
why,
you
you know,
guys-
the real deep, going through Skinner's where you get the real deep holes.
Yeah, and those guys ruin his ground because they're
That's-
parking off to the side. I
that's
see it
what- that's
every day.
what happens.
August or February, I see it every
But they
day.
never answer to it.
Yeah.
They never, and we've gone to them and everything else, and it's pretty much, they just do what they want.
And I'm pretty reasonable too, because the hunters will go up there and shoot elk. And then they'll say, can we come up here? Yeah, come on up. Because it saves them a mile, 2 miles. You know, I'm being very reasonable with the whole situation. I'm just trying to figure out a solution, and that's all I'm here to
Well,
do.
I think the
Well, I think
solution
where
right
you and I-
now is stay on the same, you know, what we've been doing is when we can get there, we'll go get it. And, cause he's been there already this year and he was there twice last year. If a guy can just, same as we always have, stay on that until we can, I mean, we got so much shit, we're so far behind right now with these floods. And I'm not making no excuses. You're,
No, I
it's nothing
understand
against
you got
you, but
budgets and you gotta
You're down
maintain.
here, I
Yeah.
mean, there's stuff we're trying to, we got roads washed out, but I was a little frustrated when I heard what went on up there with hiring that guy, kid.
Well, I just, it was, yeah, so.
It was a bad deal, and
It was
so,
a
I
bad
mean,
deal.
that kind of is what brought this all on, I know.
But on his defense, Ben sells himself off like he's
Yeah.
a 40-year-old contractor.
Yeah, no.
I know, we understand, I want you to know that we understand that you didn't know who you were dealing with.
No, I got a reference, I called a reference, and assumed they knew everything that they needed to do. So-
And when you and I got off on our first conversation on maybe on the wrong foot was there, you called and said, I live on a county road and when are you guys gonna maintain it? And I said, that's a non-maintained county road.
See, and that's a conflict.
And you
also.
didn't, I'm sure you're like, what? And a lot of people don't understand what that is. And it's still a non-maintained county road, okay?
Right.
Here's what happens. We'll go up there and fix up the road for you, and then there's an expectation. Where the hell are you guys? You've been up here for 6 months. You're right, we haven't. We don't normally maintain that road. That's what I was trying to get through to you. Maybe not of any fault of yours, because we've run into this before too. The realtors sell that and tell you a bunch of crap about the county road that you live on, and then you find out later it's a non-maintained county road, which is a huge difference.
We get this
Then we
like-
go maintain it being good guys, and there's an expectation to do it all the time. That's not what's gonna happen, and I think Commissioner Adler explained to you why. Because we don't have the equipment, manpower, inclination, or money to do them all. So we have to prioritize our roads. Okay? Now,
Right.
you asked a fair question, and I'll answer for you. We got a couple roads that are non-maintained county roads where more and more people start to live on them. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you may be that way in a couple of years, I don't know. What do you do there? Well, we've had some conversations about that. At some point, I guess, we're gonna have to rebuild that road so we can maintain it. You see what I'm saying? That would have to be all gutted out of there. There would have to be heavy riprap put in and then gravel on top of that. You're talking $250,000 a mile, maybe more, to get that done so we can maintain. Does that make sense? Because then the water can get off and.
But a guy can get on, you know, if you were under to hire somebody to come in and blade, we do, you know, a contractor that's a good contractor. We've had people do, you know, people have done their own stuff as long as we know about it.
So if you get some work out with Skinners potentially, rather than.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can-
But
Sure.
I mean, you can hire somebody to blade a county road, but you gotta let us know. You can't
Right.
just.
We gotta approve this contract release.
And basically what Paul would do is he'd run up with signs, right?
Right.
Because the contractor may or may not have them, or make sure, if he does, that they're placed properly, so that
Okay.
you don't have liability. You hired the guy. Some idiot comes around, hits a road grader.
And they gotta have their insurance,
Right.
just normal stuff.
The insurance,
Contracting
workman's
insurance,
comp, yeah,
license, contractor
exactly.
licensing, I get all that.
The kid you hired doesn't even have a driver's license.
Okay.
And I know you don't know that. Okay, well, that's why we said, okay. You know, because we're not done dealing with him either. Okay. So, that's the only reason that, you and I think got off on the wrong foot, because it is not, I didn't want to give you a false impression.
Right.
We don't maintain that road.
Well, I think we just need to stay the way we've been, and like the solution is that just stay, when we can, we'll go over there and do like we have been. I mean, we can't make it into a priority at this point. I'm sorry.
That's all I've been asking for.
Yeah.
To be
it's-
honest with you, that's all I've been looking for.
Yeah, we can't.
And unfortunately, like last time when you came through there, some yahoos, same deal, up there horn hunting or doing something, came right through there and just ripped it all up. You know, I don't know a good way to stop it.
You know, and we thought
Subtract
about,
it to the mud.
we thought actually about trying to close that road in the springtime, but you gotta get everybody on board, and then if there is an emergency, I mean, you have to go through everybody, but I know, 5-6 years ago, we talked about shutting that down
Yeah.
in the spring, and then just due to the fact that, well, Jerry and Jim, I mean, I've talked to them a lot, but they just tear it to shit, and you can't get through it.
Could I join the conversation up here?
Yeah, George, come on. He lives on above you, over the mountain.
Jim Reamer's
Jim, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Jim.
Good to see you, Jim.
Hello.
Thank you.
Play up the seat here.
You know, our family moved up there 41 years ago. And we've used that road ever since. And the road is what it is. You know, for 40 years, there's good times on that road, and there's bad times on that road, depending on the season. When we moved up there, there was basically nobody between us and home. Seriously. And over the years, even up in our area there, there's 9 families that use that road now. And then across where you guys are, houses have been built and more people are using it. But, like I said, that road has always been what it's been. Passable. You know, I've had all 4 wheels chained up sometimes going through there. And came across it this morning, and I don't want to say smooth as silk. I don't want to say this is where you want to take a leisurely Sunday drive. But, you know, get you from point A to point B.
Worst thing about that, you know, you start fixing it all up, you're gonna get a lot more people, a lot more speed.
Yeah, and different on describe at different speeds. Jerry?
See, I think that's what Skinner's point is they don't want to fix it up, for that very reason, don't you? Because I talked to him the other
I
day.
haven't
you know,
talked, I haven't talked.
I talked to him the other day, and it was like, you know, hey, we're not excited about improving this road at all. And I said, you know, and it was what same thing Scott said, he said, we don't want this.
And you're not local people that are tearing it up, we know that.
No.
Yeah, it's not.
Basically, hunting.
Yeah.
And basically a lot of hunters that don't have a clue what that road's gonna be like until they get on it. And you know, I think it was last fall, I think after the first snow, they started just going off the road. So there was almost a parallel road through Skinner's Range was here. I thought, shit, if they keep using that, then there's gonna be two roads there.
That's what they've done the whole, since they've been way out, you know, because the grit's so bad up there, you know that.
Oh yeah, no, I watch them do it. I sit in my house and watch them do it. And there's nothing I can do but sit there and go, what a bunch of idiots.
They don't care anything about it, they get through there, it don't matter how.
As far as the traffic goes, and I have one thing, you know, and I understand Skinner's concern, is I don't think you're gonna stop it. The hunters are gonna come through there regardless. I don't think you're gonna really change that traffic, whether you maintain that road or not.
You're right.
And you have those black management areas, of course. I mean, Fish and
There's
Game
two-
are encouraging.
There's two
They
walking
got-
areas off.
They got websites bragging about it.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
bringing
yeah.
the parking lot up here, so I mean, and they put out how many more permits this year.
Yeah, there could be, I've seen 6, 8 rigs parked on Skinner's, tearing up that piece of ground right when you first get into Skinner's.
See, you know, a lot of people can't stand Omni over there, but you know, he went to the state and he fought hard. That's why they can only park one rig there at a time, and on certain days. And maybe that's something they should look into up there instead of, you know, it'd save a lot. I mean, it's gonna take away a lot of the hunting, but you know.
Well, you brought up Fish and Game, and I'm curious if you guys would have any suggestions on some good avenues to go to there.
Well,
Because
I'm
you're
wondering-
right, they're the ones that opened up that BMA, I mean.
Yep, I'm wondering if, you know, every year we'll get notification about the opening of those walking areas that comes. Maybe when we see that this fall, it's before season, okay?
It's already.
We ought to call them all in here, but not just to talk to us. I'd love to have landowners like you guys say, hey, you know, I got, thanks a lot, because they're tearing up my road. Because Scott's right, they do whatever they want, you know, and they use the public road to do it. But maybe if they had to face you guys, we might get a little, you know, say, you know, at the end of the season, you go up and.
Stick together and then, I mean, it's just, something's gotta get done, cause it's just gotten so far out of hand
But
that they
we-
just come and go. And we won't see nothing on this block man because it was a set deal, and they're always a year behind. They've already pre-set this.
I've heard that before somewhere.
And so, by the time they even mention something, they already got their shit and signs up and everything, it's already done.
Don't we get like the maps and stuff?
What if the BMA, for example, put something in there that maybe some other thing that, hey, when roads,
Well, you gotta
I
get
don't
the
know.
people on board that are putting that into the BMA, and that's your next problem. Everybody, they'll complain that, but to get everybody on the same page is good work. Maybe they will, but I tell you,
Well, if you
Omni went
run
all the,
roads-
Omni went all the way to Helm and he fought hard, cause I mean, the traffic on that road is just. they just keep-
but he got something done though. I mean, he had to fight hard for it, but he got it done.
Cost him a lot of money.
We're
Yeah.
willing to have them here, have public meeting, whatever it takes.
I mean, I'm not trying to take hunt, I'm not trying to take hunting away, but I know what that road's become, it's become a circus.
Oh, it's,
People-
yeah, it's,
Well, you can't even get up to the bottom dike where people are parked everywhere, every little white spot going up, they've had them up into their yard.
yeah, I've had the same thing at first. I had to start closing my gate because first thing in the morning, I'll rigs coming up my driveway.
I guess going back to that, I guess we'll just stay as what we have been doing, I don't see how we can change. When we get there, we will.
Fishing game's not gonna be, fishing game's not gonna be anyhow. We had a public meeting last year, and their whole objective is to get more money, to get more landowners to sign up for block management. Because they want to reduce the elk.
It's not so much about the reducing the elk herders, it's about this.
It's revenue.
That's my
It's
opinion.
revenue.
Money, and then they're telling, they get that block man, and then they can tell you what to do with your ground. That's a bad mistake. I'm sorry, I guess I'm, whatever. But back to your stuff, I guess, not speaking for Bill or Bart, but I'm just saying that we'll do what we can when we can, like we've been doing. We can't
Thank you.
change everything for just because of people moving.
And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for exactly what you guys just said. That's all I'm looking for.
That's just like what you have been.
Just what you can, when you can. Understand we're limited with budgets and constraints and a lot of the flooding and stuff this year. I understand all that. Just what you can when you can is all I'm looking for. So, and a little bit of.
But I mean, it might hit it this year and then you might not see it for a long time, you know, so I don't want you going back thinking what he said, when you can, you know, it doesn't mean when we get a break that they're just gonna fly there, because we got shifts so far out.
Yeah.
Well, the first time we called, when we talked, that was just during or after the rain. And I know it was hard to hear, but we can't do anything on that road when it's wet like that.
Oh, I agree. You're not gonna get an argument from me on that. Honestly, you don't want to touch it when it's raining.
Yeah, it would have been soup.
No, I agree.
So, and you might have a conversation with Skinners, they're good people.
Yeah.
At least know where they're standing, okay?
Kind of feel out, see what they want, you know,
Yeah.
I just.
Maybe there's some way I can help them out because I sit up there and watch it happen. As I live there, I get to watch everybody driving through Skinner's.
Yeah.
So I watch it.
Which house are you in?
I'm the one on the top of the hill that's got the hangar and the log cabin up there.
Did you meet him?
You guys know each other?
No, I haven't had a chance.
For the first time?
He's up at Wild Horse Canyon. That sign that said, well, that's.
Yeah, if
That's about
Skinners
all
have a
I-
solution that we can be involved in, come on back, we'll talk.
Well, I agree with Skinner's too. I don't want a million people coming through there. That's why I bought that place back there.
That's right.
I can't argue with them, you know, but we're not going to stop it. With that being man there, you're not stopping it. In my opinion, I don't think you're going to. You're not going to slow down any traffic, regardless of what you
It's
do.
been going on for
Unfortunately.
years. Yeah, that's true.
I think.
It's what it is.
Okay. All right, well,
Okay.
there you go.
Wait forever.
All right. Well, thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
nice to meet you.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, take care. Hey, you have a good
Thanks
day.
for letting me give a little input.
Yeah, thank you. It's helpful.
I'll give a 30-second request.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You guys put a cattle guard up there just at vendors?
We're gonna raise it.
You're gonna, okay.
See,
We got that.
18 seconds we had that.
Seconds, okay, guys.
Yeah, it was just really wet kind of when we got that in there.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of a bad time.
Yeah, we're gonna get it raised up going.
It just jars my teeth.
Alrighty, well.
Anything else from Paul, you guys?
CJ have something?
Yeah, quick one.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick one, I'll get out of you guys here quickly, hopefully.
No, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Good. Good. Good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. So, what we have going is we're trying to finish construction on our
Well, good to meet you.
BLM access road.
Yeah, I'd rather use that
And
road.
right on the approach of the
3 times a
Rumsey
week.
Road and our road, there
You know,
are
our
really
now-
big rocks that
now
we're gonna
Bryce
have
is
to
done
blast.
also.
So in the interest of
Is it
being
white?
safe,
We
we'd
have white
like to
pickup?
close a section
Silver.
of the road on
Silver Ford Ranger.
So that we don't have
My
traffic going
brother-in-law
back and forth while we have
was
loaded
the
charges.
original.
We do have blast mats that we're gonna put on everything, and I could staff the closures. What I'm thinking we'll probably do is get everything drilled.
I think I've seen you come through, because I should look out my windows a lot. I have nosy, so I'm.
I don't look out my truck when they must be.
We do our shots, we let everybody go through, and we
Oh, I think
probably
I've
have
seen
one
it
more
come
we
through.
do
Well,
the same
they're
day.
very
so we
neat.
get
Maybe
ourselves
get
ready.
assigned this as a possibility of delays.
Just let me know. Just walk up to my house.
You're talking. For the state, they got state signs.
Rumsey.
Way up there, you're closing it?
Yeah, so it would be east of the intersection of our road and the existing Rumsey Road. And I was thinking we could go ahead and call the property owners up there and let them know the time ahead of time, so
I
that
think
they're
that'd be the
aware.
best bet. You'll take care of all that.
Yeah, I can do the notifications.
Put it in the paper.
Yeah, we'd be fine with
Yeah, I
that.
think we should.
And then if you have to, I know the state will let you use signs, sometimes if you have to give them, because I don't think we have no delay signs or possibility of.
What about, could we borrow, do you guys have any, just like stop and caution signs we could borrow?
There we get you something like that.
Yeah, just for our guys, and you know, I'll get them in orange vests and helmets, and, you know, make sure they look all professional. And, you know, hopefully we'll just be, I mean, it'll probably, you know, be a little bit of an inconvenience, but hopefully no longer than an hour.
What's the date, what do you think?
Well, we don't have a date nailed in yet. I'm waiting until I get it before I call all the property owners,
Sure.
because I'd like to have a date and a time that I
Are we
can just
thinking
tell.
September?
Oh, no, we're thinking next week.
Oh, okay,
So
so,
maybe Monday, Tuesday.
okay.
He's out here right now, doing the stuff that's
I'd
far
start
away.
getting hold of landowners, give them heads up, because you won't get it in a paper in time.
Okay.
He might, if you call him by noon today, Tom might be able to get closer to him.
Why don't I call Tom right away? And I don't mind calling them, because they're probably gonna have questions anyway. The only thing I've been nervous about is I don't wanna call them, because I know the first question they're gonna say, when are you doing it? And if I say, well, it might be Monday, or it might be Tuesday, that's not a very good answer for them.
Got it.
Yeah, if you can figure out when you're
Nail
gonna
it
do it,
down a
take care of
little
it.
bit.
Yeah, we're hung up on the south side of the creek, just finishing stuff up, and I think we'll know more by the end of today, but maybe what I'll do is, I'll call Tom and just settle in on the time, and then try to hit that
Well,
time.
Could you make sure and let Mike know? so
Yeah,
we
yeah, I'll, whatever come with time, I'll let Mike know. And I also wanted you guys to have a heads up, so you didn't have anybody yelling at you about road closures and not.
Well, I think we actually should put it in minutes, so we're authorizing them to close the road for,
Yeah.
okay? So do you want to make
Yeah,
a
I'll make a
motion?
motion that we're gonna get the CJ on Frozen Road, and he can figure out for sure when they're gonna blast, and that just do it for safety and everything.
I'll try to give you guys an exact date and time, because
Okay, appreciate it.
I don't think that's too hard for us to do. We just we're just got enough moving parts that I can't do them right now.
Got it.
Yeah,
As soon as you ready, we need the signs.
Yeah.
You know when else.
You got his
Yeah,
card?
thanks.
Yeah,
I've got his phone number. Yeah. I'll give you a call. That'd be great.
yeah, so I'm looking to get you a couple of
Thanks. Thanks.
So I'll second the motion by Commissioner Adler. Do you have the motion?
Yeah.
Okay. Any public comment on the motion?
Can I hear the motion?
I said, I made a motion that we work with CJ on the closure of Romsey Road when they're blasting.
For, talking 22 times for 20 minutes, is probably less than an hour.
Yeah.
That could be put in there, yeah.
Yeah.
You said CJ?
C-Shay.
That's me.
Your full name, please?
My name is Ciche, spelled Cichepittcher, Pitcher's last name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know your mom. She's a nice lady.
Okay, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Appreciate it a lot.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to hold you up.
I'll just talk to you guys later on, have
Keep us
yourself a
posted
good day.
on once you get that.
We'll call you after 2:30.
All right, sounds good, guys, see ya.
Okay. This is time set for Georgetown Lake Overflow. Have you reviewed this, Scott?
Yes, I already signed it, I stamped it.
Thank you. So it looks like that the lake elevation is 6429.80 mark this morning,
You glad, have a
which
good
is
day.
3.6 inches above full pool.
I guess on his recommendation of Bart Bonnie's, I'd like to see the creek valve closed down about 6 to 8 full turns. I don't have a problem with what he's doing, but I'm not sure how many, what's that consist of when you're shutting it down that way. I don't understand it. How many is one turn? I think we have to have it in there.
Yeah, I think you should
Yeah.
say to reduce it to the amount of the
Yeah, because that saying about the turns, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to 8 turns with me.
So why don't you make the motion to reduce it to the inflow and we'll let those guys figure it out? Because don't they do it and then they run back and measure it again?
Is it still coming over the spill, it's not coming over the spillway, or still is?
Yeah.
Okay.
3.6.
Yeah, so, yeah, to the inflow would be, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't understand the 6 to 8. And then he's saying that
So that's your motion? On the recommendation of Commissioner Bonnie, I agree. I'll second.
On the other note there, means we're on Georgetown. I see saying that.
Let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That, Roseville, yeah, I come by there, nothing's been done yet. This was one of them deals that we talked about, that has to get going on it. He keep getting, we were told that he was gonna start last week. So do we need to put a letter to him or try to find somebody else?
How about we give him a call and say, what's your plan?
Yeah, I'd say call. And he was given the go
We're
ahead.
getting further and further behind and they're gonna be,
So Mike, could you give us a phone number, we'll call him like after lunch or something? Don't you think you wanna know right away?
oh yeah.
Okay. We'll do that after lunch, we'll give him a call. Have him call his number. Okay? Okay. Anything else, on the Georgetown Lake Overflow? Okay, we're good to go. Do you want this there? You keep that.